Hi, this is Brad Constantine, and this is a podcast recording of the Old Testament. Although this is not an official recording of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, every effort's been made to be as doctrinally accurate as possible. I'll be using for the text the Joseph Smith translation of the Old Testament, along with many commentaries from general authorities of the Church, BYU professors, Bible scholars, and others. This format will be very detailed, and so if you want a deep analysis of the Old Testament, you come to the right place. Thanks for your attendance. Hi, and welcome back. This is going to be for Isaiah chapter 34. First of all, in verses 1 through 8, it is a day of wrath upon Edom and the world. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains, or many nations, shall be melted or soaked with their blood. And all the host of heaven, all the armies upon the earth shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree, or an unripe fruit. And that's regarding the second coming. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, prepared to destroy the wicked. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, Hebrew Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgment, the destruction of the wicked. The sword of the Lord is filled, or covered with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Bozrah, the capital city of Edom, southeast of the Dead Sea, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Since the people did not live righteously, they would become the sacrifice. And the reem, or wild oxen, shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. The controversy of Zion is the animosity between the Jews and Arabs, the modern descendants of Esau. Verses 9 to 15, Edom, the world, is to be burned. And the streams thereof, i.e. of Edom, shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, for generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. The second coming of Christ will be a day of vengeance and recompense, as formerly seen. The indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, for he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Moreover, the heavenly bodies, those luminaries such as the sun, stars and moon, shall be dissolved, that is, shall fall down, as the leaf falleth from off the vine, while the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Isaiah's description is reminiscent of a similar one in Doctrine and Covenants 88:95, in which we are taught that when the Lord returns, the curtain of heaven shall be unfolded as a scroll is unfolded after it is rolled up, and the face of the Lord shall be unveiled. Then the sword of the Lord, which represents his power and judgment, shall come down upon Idumea, or the world. President Joseph Fielding Smith wrote, "Now some Bible commentators, because of the name of Idumea, a little country east of the Jordan, is mentioned, have an idea that this had reference to that little country, but the term Idumea is one that the Lord uses to mean the world. You will find it so recorded in section 1 of the Doctrine and Covenants. He is speaking of the world. Blood is a biblical symbol of wickedness. The whole earth stained with blood will experience a great slaughter at the time of the second coming, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion." Joseph Fielding Smith said, "That is to take place in the dispensation of the fullness of times, and this prophecy had nothing to do with that little country called Idumea, but to the nations of the earth. Isaiah seems to parallel passages in Ezekiel, Joel, and Jeremiah, where the great battle of Armageddon is foretold. This parallelism explains the reference to the armies and the vast slaughter that will take place. The pitch and brimstone and smoke of verses 9 and 10 suggest the results of nuclear warfare, which could logically accompany the last great wars." That was from the Institute Manual. "But the cormorant, pelican, or an extinct bird, and the bittern, or porcupine, shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion, and the stones of emptiness, or plummet. They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all her princes shall be nothing. And thorns shall come up in her palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons. In Hebrew, the resort of jackals, and a court for owls. The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl shall also rest there, and find for herself a place of rest. There shall the great owl make her nest, and lay and hatch, and gather under her shadow. There shall the vultures also be gathered, every one with her mate. Verses 16 and 17, those whose names are written in the book of the Lord receive the land. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord, read the names written therein. No one of these shall fail, none shall want. Their mate for my mouth it hath commanded, and my spirit it hath gathered them. None of the righteous, those whose names are written in the book of the Lord, will be without their spouse throughout eternity. And I have cast the lot for them, and I have divided it unto them by line. They shall possess it forever, from generation to generation they shall dwell therein. So there's some hope, at least for the righteous, as the second coming happens. Anyway, that's the end of the chapter, and we'll see you next time. Bye.